What should everyone experience in their lifetime? The complete silence in a heavy snowfall. Being debt-free. Northern Lights. Making something with your own hands. Could be art. Could be a fire. Could be a carving or a tool or clay or a shelter in the woods. Creating something that came from you, and you alone, as a rewarding experience and gives one a true sense of pride. Just using your own hands and some tools to make something out of nothing makes me feel grounded, connected, and away from my troubles for a bit. Edit. I've just finished a winter shelter in the woods, with a raised bed off the ground and a teepee-type shape. If anyone could recommend a sub to post it on, that'd be great. Old-growth forests. There is something humbling about seeing for yourself the life cycle of huge ancient trees and the incredible lush and vibrant ecosystems that exist around them as they grow, fall, decompose, and grow again over decades. A week walking across Cradle Mountain in Tasmania was life-changing for me, as it has been for many others. As someone who comes from a country with a lot of mountains and hills, I would highly recommend going trekking to places accessible only by foot. It's really nice to see the untouched, peaceful nature existing there, without humans to ruin it. The feeling you get when you are completely eclipsed by a landscape, skyscape, or even a city sometimes. The feeling of joy that comes with recognizing how small you are in the grand scheme of the world is priceless, and I wish I could experience the wonder and awe that come along with it a million times over. It's in redwood and sequoia forest, the entirety of Alaska, the desert sky in New Mexico at night. It's New York City when you step out of the subway for the first time. Being in the middle of the ocean on a giant ship and knowing that it expands farther than you would ever hope to comprehend, beyond some measurements on Wikipedia. You and the earth, alone together. Helping someone in need. The night sky without light pollution. Nothing has ever made me feel so connected to life than gazing into that black ocean. Another culture. It really opens your eyes and broadens your horizons to experience another culture. There's a lot to learn about the world. Financial security. I do believe that though money can't bring happiness, when you don't have it, it can absolutely hinder it greatly. A full solar eclipse. It is one of the most unnatural things I have experienced, and can understand why people for millennia have assigned supernatural attributes to it. I was watching it from beside a lake. The slow crescendo of crickets chirping as the sun turned purple and then suddenly turned into night gave me chills. Nothing has ever made me feel smaller and at the mercy of celestial bodies than that experience. Seeing the stars far away from any ambient light, where you can see the Milky Way and a steady stream of shooting stars. It's awe-inspiring, and changes your perspective about your place in the universe. Failure. And I don't mean this in a bad way, but I feel like most, if not all, the progress, growth I've made so far in life has been as a direct result of failure. Love. And here I don't mean romantic love, but just love. Be it from a pet, a brother, friend, or even a partner. Sonder would be another good addition. Eating out alone. Going to a concert alone. Just experiencing doing things by yourself, especially while young. Learning to be comfortable with yourself as your only company while enjoying beautiful things in life is so freeing. Being the dumb one. For some people, they're never really challenged academically, intellectually, and I think that's a shame. Being the dumbest person in a group of smart people means you have the opportunity to learn from them. It's also very humbling. In a good way. A lot of people don't experience this until college, or in grad school, or in their professional environment. And then they're totally wrecked by it. But it's also such an important experience. Being a big fish in a small pond can be beneficial. But don't avoid challenges either. I truly think you learn more being a small fish in a big pond. I heard a quote once. If you're the smartest person in the room, find another room, and I completely agree with it. Traveling to a place you always found interesting. Seeing one of your parents get so excited about doing something with you that they're almost crying. My dad and I have always gotten along. But we've also bickered a lot since I was a teenager. But last August, he and I took a road trip to New Mexico and went to these really old Native American ruins called Gila Cliffs. I highly recommend everyone go there at some point too. It's amazing. He and I were walking up the trail. And then we rounded a corner and there they were. These 500-year-old Native American ruins built into the cliffside. My dad looked over at me with a smirk on his face and a little water in his eyes and told me, "I'm so glad I get to experience this with you." My dad doesn't express a lot of emotion usually. So that was really meaningful to me. I think everyone deserves to have an experience like that with one of their parents. It's so special. The feeling to be truly loved by someone. The night sky without light pollution. Being financially stable. Bidet.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.